Hi, so again, I am here working on this big one. I'm excited about it. I'm going to try and get this one finished up here pretty soon. I finished up some smaller ones today. I think I signed 4 this morning already. I started at like 4:30, so I'm super excited to work on this. I just want to show you a little bit of how I work. Some of my paintings take a long time. This one is 4 foot tall by 3 foot wide, and I started outside. It's the one in my video on YouTube uh, where it fell off to begin with, and the snow got on it, a little bit of dirt too, but I just used a dry brush and brushed it off. So anyhow, that was quite the fluke how the wind just hit it. I had been out there painting for probably 4 hours before that happened, and I take the first video and here goes bam. And this is the first time I had tried a large piece outside. So anyways, this is one of mine that I'm just super excited to finish up, and I've been working on it for several months now. So all right, I'm gonna just work on that for a bit. Again, I am not a I am a self-taught artist. I've been doing oil paintings for about 10 years. Since 2009. It was a thought of mine to just start building canvases. I had just gone through a divorce from my boys' dad, and so I had the time and space in my house to just start doing some of the things that I really love to do. It gave me, I've always done a lot of different crafts and things like that, and it gave me just something to focus on to create, besides the hobbies that I like to do outdoors and have fun outside. This was something that I could do in my house after working, and so I spent a lot of time building. I bought myself a miter saw. That's all I had. I bought like a DeWalt screwdriver, and then or whatever it's called. I can't think right now. Drill, I guess. So I had just a couple tools. I've always had, some hand tools for sure, because you just can't survive as a person without a screwdriver, a wrench, or whatever, or a Leatherman. I mean, because I was a firefighter, I've always carried a Leatherman. But anyhow, so I just started building these canvases, and literally, like, the first one is actually posted on my studio page, on my September Studio 12 page. And it was done with a wooden frame that I built with a piece of cardboard pounded onto the back of it. So, it had a nice little frame going on it, and that was how I started doing oil paintings. And I never learned anything, like, as far as like it. Like, I didn't study on what others were doing or anything like that when I was young. I guess not learning anything. Learning is what I've learned lately that I didn't, it's a good way to put it, which is you're taking imagination, your thought into your imagination, and you using your emotion to create action, and action creates something. So, like, that is something I'm learning, and it just really puts me into a different thought pattern as far as like the excitement of knowing that, yes, I've always loved to do things. I just do things. I create things. I'm not a big person to sit around and talk or philosophize or whatever you put that about things, but just to go out and do things. I just always called myself a just do it person, and that of course is kind of a Nike symbol, but I spent a lot of time in my life just running out and doing things because I enjoyed them, regardless of whether I had people come along with me. So that is definitely something that's fun for me to do. I think I've definitely done some learning, a lot more learning on just how to the business part of bringing your art to people, and all of that in the last few years. And in July, actually, opportunity struck for me to have a showing. A friend of mine was keeping an eye out in different places online and found a gal here that wanted to take new artists to hang in her fabulous business. And I had the opportunity to do my first showing. I hung my artwork there for 6 weeks, and I'm hoping to do another showing there. It's a beautiful space in downtown Bozeman. And so, yeah, that's how I got started. I've been trying to make this work since July, and you know, it's been a lot of fun to just try and figure out what to do with it. Now, I had mentioned in my earlier video, and I was quite tired, so not quite awake yet. It really takes me a while to wake up, and I've always been somebody who, even when I had children, I would get up really early to have my coffee and have some time to myself, just so that I could be a nice person once I had my coffee. So anyhow, that's I'm hoping to break that habit eventually, that I need coffee, because I've got some traveling plans, and I was going to tell you guys about that. I don't have it funded yet, and I'm working on figuring out everything, but I'm excited that now that my boys are leaving home, and my youngest is going to be in boot camp here at the end of the summer, I'm going to try desperately to make it to Australia and do some really fun adventure type paintings in Australia. I learned to dirt bike pretty well, and I have some friends that love to do it. I kind of want to swim with the sharks, and no, not without a cage. But, you know, paint some things, paint some people, paint some things around there, paint some landscape. I've always wanted to see Australia, and I'm learning a lot more about the fact that it is a beautiful place for art, and they love art over there. And anyhow, I've just been making a lot of great friends that either want to go over there or are over there already. And so I have some major hopes and plans, and working on the details of how I can do that, because I don't want to sit around and do nothing, like, since my kids are leaving. And I've still got another 50 years left in me, is what I think. So I just want to have fun with it and enjoy life and travel and do some things that I've wanted to do for a while. I'm really hoping to go over to Europe after that, and London, definitely London, definitely Scotland, because I have roots there, and then Ireland, I have some there as well. And so yeah, I just I don't know, kind of interesting to see the ancestors' land. And I know I'm sitting here talking, and I'm planning to paint, but yeah, so those are my plans. Those are what I'm hoping for. And you know, it's been so wonderful to have everyone be so supportive on my Facebook page, because I mean, I have been very surprised. Before I started posting paintings, I had never friended anybody that wasn't just related to who I already knew here, and or you know, a friend of someone I knew. And so anyways, it's just been really fabulous to start getting to develop some friendships from people from other countries, from other places in the United States that I have not visited. You know, there's so many different art communities in this country alone. And the one thing about Montana is I've had a couple of people ask me why I can, you know, without training, why I can do such good clouds. Well, if you ever come to Montana, drive in from another state, because you will just be so incredibly surprised at how big our sky is here. It's called the Big Sky State for a reason. It's nuts, because I can tell you, I've been all over a lot of places in the United States, and every time it's like as soon as you cross into Montana, the sky is bigger. And I know that's bragging, but it's a beautiful state, and I've been trying to show you guys some of the places on video. I'm hoping to travel some more before I leave in September. And I'm thinking I'm leaving in September. I'm hoping that's the plan. So I don't know if you got a good look at a little bit of how I worked on these trees a little bit here, but I'll show you, you know, this is just, it's pretty simple, and I would love to see more people try oils. It's something that takes a while to dry, and I think sometimes it makes people nervous to work with it. But I guess what I've heard a lot from people is that they muddy their colors quickly. And as you can see here, I separate my brush strokes, and then I separate the color, and I don't keep, you know, sometimes I blend though. That's what's really fun, is just really doing some blending and stuff. So anyways, I also want you guys to know that I am I'm starting a YouTube channel, and I am hoping that that will keep following through a little more with what I'm doing, with helping with when I do start spending more time in bigger adventures, and hopefully having somebody else do the videotaping from afar from me, you know, so that you can see more of what's going on with my adventures. So yeah, just a little bit here and there about my life and what I'm excited to be working on. And we'll keep doing more videos. See you guys later. Oh, that thing goes so fuzzy. All right, see you guys later.